We're on, it's recording.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Ryan Nemanek with Global Legacy, and I'm here with Hunter and John Tracy, who are pastors in Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now, outside Starbucks, which is one of Bill Johnson's favorite places, one of the reasons we chose the location. Don and John are pastors who are participating in the LDP program this year, and they gave some feedback, and I thought it'd be great to catch it on camera. And they agreed, which we're very grateful for. So, Don and John, what would you say the value of LDP has been? How has it impacted your lives, and how has it impacted your ministry?
Well, it's been huge for us because we've attended conferences for the last several years, and LDP has given us a practical way to start to implement some of the things that we've been learning. The projects and exercises every month are bite-sized, so we can work on them. We can teach them to our leadership teams, and that's been a huge benefit for us, a huge blessing.
The way that LDP has really blessed me as a pastor is that, first of all, looking at Bethel and the culture that's there is really encouraging, but also really discouraging at times because it seems like so much good is going on. And so as we've enrolled in LDP 1, to hear the transparency and the struggles that really go on behind the scenes, but also to be given some real practical things to implement as a pastor has been a huge blessing. And the other thing is, as Don was saying, is that it's an amazing thing to be a part of the conferences around the world in different streams. But LDP helps to teach us the mechanics of how to implement the renewal culture that we admire and that we love to see established from Bethel. And so we are so grateful for LDP 1. We're so excited to complete the year and to enroll next year together. I think the other thing is that as a team, this has really drawn us closer together. All the dialogues and being peer encouragement partners. This has been a huge thing for us to help us get even further down the road as a team in a pastoral position.
Yeah, it's definitely transformed our staff meetings and our planning.
And you mentioned that there's a lot of practicality to that. Are there any specific points of practicality that you'd like to share that you can identify on as part of the program?
I think the declarations, we've implemented those in our morning services to some extent, doing offering declarations, and just as we begin our worship time, that's been very practical. And also the tools that we're given each month to do the personal and ministry assessments. It gives us some places to look specifically at issues that we need to deal with in moving into revival culture.
Yeah, one of the things that changed when we started LDP 1, as we communicated as a staff, and we started these declarations, I'll never forget, I think it was within 3 weeks of doing declarations, I was in a youth meeting. We had a guest minister in, and this sports car pulls up to the church with a Texas license plate. Says, "What kind of place is this?" And he has his checkbook out and actually writes a check. And, you know, it's a $600 check, but we had just begun declaring that the Lord is our provider, some of the declarations. And so he said, "I think I want to give some money to this place." Gave us $600, and really spoke to us that there's power in the declaration. We've continued that. The other thing is we've seen a marked increase in healings in the services, and in words of knowledge being given in the services. One story that comes right at the top of my mind is that there was one day where we just felt that the Lord was healing shoulders, and so just began to say, "We feel the Lord's healing shoulders," and in our culture is not used to giving testimonies right away. They're kind of shy about it. So people actually got healed and didn't say anything about it. And so one of the ladies on our worship team came later and she's like, "John, I felt so bad. You guys were talking about the Lord healing shoulders, and all of my pain, she had pain for months in her shoulder, disappeared, and she just didn't even think to say anything about it." She was and she came to me later and was apologetic. But that's something we've seen a noticeable increase since we've started LDP 1. And I think part of it isn't that anything's changed in us per se. It's that we think differently. We're starting to think the practical steps that we've been given from LDP 1 at just trying things. It's kind of naturally supernatural, so that It's easy to implement into the culture, and so we've seen, you know, a noticeable increase with the through the declarations as well as the physical healings.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Really appreciate it. It's a great encouragement to us on the Global Legacy team to hear that kind of feedback. So thank you very much. And we're very happy to be able to serve you guys. That's basically what we're here for. And thank you again for meeting with me as well. So sorry I don't have the Brit accent that Paul does. He's more fun to listen to. But this is again Ryan Domanic, Don Hunter, and John Tracy. Thanks again, gentlemen.